Welcome to In Hindsight, where we showcase local New Mexico, and we also debate about the hot topics and Are You the A-hole? Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Barbie.
And I'm your host, Barbie Day.
And I'm your co-host, Barbie Rhea.
And this is Barbie Octo.
And Barbarito.
Barbarito. So, this next couple months, I'm gonna be busy because like my nephews are visiting. So, and they're all excited because like they live kind of like in Charleston, and like I know it's a tourist town, but like a lot of people go there for like the Southern history.
Yeah.
So they don't really. I mean, they do have like kid stuff, but like for them to even just go to a day bus, or they have to drive like 2 hours away,
Wow.
and like the zoo and stuff. So like. We've been going to like these different places, and they're all like amazed that like, oh my God, it's only 20 minutes, you know. So there's actually this place called Slice and Dice, because I know there's a board game place in Nob Hill, but you have to rent the games like hourly.
Yeah.
But in Slice and Dice, it's actually free to rent the board games.
Wow.
So yeah, but like the little pieces though, like you have to ask it in the counter. So like my nephews played Operation. And then we're like, where are the pieces? And like we had to get it in the thing because I think they check your games to make sure that like you're not missing pieces,
Yeah.
obviously, and all that stuff. But this is also like where they sell the board games. They don't sell
so
all the board
cool.
games, but they do sell a pretty good amount. We bought
Wow.
2 because like there was like a couple ones that they got obsessed with, and they were actually like $1 cheaper than Amazon.
Wow.
Because I told them to go look at it and see if they have it so we can buy it. But you know they're boys, so they were like got distracted by something else.
Yeah.
So, but like it was actually dinner was $1 cheaper, and they have like appetizers like this, like cheese stuffed jalapenos.
Ooh, that
It was
was so
really good. They have the chicken wings.
Ooh.
You can get ranch and buffalo dipping.
That looks really good too.
They have like the breadsticks, and you can also get this with cheese smothered on top.
Huh.
And then my nephew is obsessed with like meatball sandwiches right now. So this is like the second day of him eating another meatball sandwich. And then they have pizzas, obviously. You can make your own. They have like different ones that they already
wow.
have. This is the small, by the way. And
Wow.
then they have churro donuts.
You can't go wrong with churro donuts.
It's so good. It's like almost, so it was like crunchy on the inside, crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. And the
Yeah.
texture inside is like the texture of almost like croissant,
Wow.
like a bread and croissant mix. So like it was really cool because like they also have a pretty good amount of tables. I think they have about, around 10 tables because depending on like how many people
Yeah.
there are, because there's 4 of us. But I've seen people that like, because like I have brought my meetup there
Yeah.
because it's a good way to like, you know, it's a very chill way to like meet new people.
Yeah. Oh, that's
You know,
fun.
like you play games, you
Yeah.
learn things about each other,
help break the ice.
yeah, and also like you get to eat, you know, and also there's a brewery right next door.
Oh, that's awesome. See,
Yeah.
that's awesome. And especially nowadays, it's so hard to kind of just meet people. We got so used to just like sticking our head in our phones, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think the pandemic also had to do with that because you know
Yeah.
there's like this joke of like you know people don't even know how to socialize anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we were like quarantined in our houses for like
Yeah.
2-something years.
Yeah.
Right? So like people were just like, how do I even talk to people?
We're just coming out of our
Yeah.
cave.
So yeah, I think like meetup is definitely like a good way
Yeah.
to like meet people. And also like it because like it's not just like just going out. They have like different interests. So because I know some people already know Meetup, but for some people that don't, some people that don't follow like social media
Yeah.
and stuff, you know, it's a great way because like if you like hiking, they have hiking
Yeah.
groups. If you love crocheting, like they
Yeah.
have crocheting groups. So they have like literally have groups for like any kind of activities.
Oh,
And if you
wow.
only you know want to hang out with women or men
Yeah.
or LGBTQ, they also have like groups for that.
Yeah.
So like if you're introverted and you only want to have like you know a small amount of number of people, they
Yeah.
have for that food.
Oh, that's
they have for
awesome.
that where like all you do is like go to restaurants and eat. I mean that's usually my meetup. So yeah, it's usually like events and like
Yeah.
food stuff because I'm an obsessed chef. Like I'll eat food like every 10 minutes if I could.
Oh, I don't blame
But
you.
yeah, so we need to like bring you guys because I think it'll be like it's kind of fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Another app that probably most people don't know about is Eventbrite. I like
Oh,
to
yeah,
check
that's
there
true.
because they have a lot of free events
Yeah.
that you don't even have to pay for, and it's just like local events are fun, you know.
Yeah.
And then of course they have other events you can pay for and stuff like that. But yeah, you can find a lot of free stuff to do in the city.
I think like when people think of Eventbrite too, they think like almost like Ticketmaster because that's where you
Yeah.
get your tickets.
Yeah.
So that's a really like I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Like I know about Eventbrite, but I just like usually like when I do, like most local events are on Eventbrite
Yeah.
because like I don't think they charge that much. So like I've done like photography stuff and all that stuff in
Yeah.
Eventbrite, but I didn't know that they actually have like free stuff. And also like Facebook events. That's how like I find a lot of like the local events.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I like that because like they do it weekly, and they also do it like for people because like my husband like I have to like tell him things like 2 weeks in advance to prepare himself, especially if like
Yeah, put it on the calendar.
yeah, especially like if we're going out with people or
Yeah.
like in public because he's introverted.
Yeah.
So like he needs to like compartmentalize and prepare himself. So like,
Yeah.
but also for like last minute stuff, like me, I like I'm
Sometimes
bored.
you like to be spontaneous. and
Yeah,
you're
like
yeah.
you're bored on a Friday night
Yeah.
and you're just like,
You're like, why not?
yeah, I want to go out. I want to do something. So, so like I like
Yeah.
it because because like I think the thing that I do like about apps, I mean, there's always like pros and cons with like technology. I don't want to be like my grandma, like technology is so
Yeah.
bad for you. The AI is taking over. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No, the AI is not taking over, okay? The fact that Alexa can't play my stupid music twice in a row, like on repeat.
Yeah.
Like I have to like say like loop mode on. Okay, loop mode on is like
Really?
not
I
normal
didn't know
language.
that.
Yeah. So like I've been obsessed with like Olivia Rodrigo's Vampire
Mm-hmm.
song and the new Taylor Swift song, like that eyes something. But like I keep like rewarding it. I'll be like,
Yeah.
Alexa, play this song twice or like
Yeah.
repeat or something. She doesn't understand me. So like my husband had to like Google it. So like
Yeah.
how to like do repeat for Alexa. So if
Yeah.
anybody has an Alexa, for her to repeat the song that you're obsessed with, tell Alexa, loop mode on. That is not typical language, first of all. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you don't like talk to people and be like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, loop mode on. Yeah. No, the only reason I knew that is because my husband literally Googled it. And that
That's
was the
funny.
only reason like I get to like listen to Olivia Rodrigo for an hour on loop. So, but yeah, this whole like AI is taking over. No, because like Alexa doesn't even know how to repeat my
Yeah.
stupid songs.
And
So-
you know another go-to I go to? Groupon.
Oh yeah, Groupon is really
Groupon
good too.
always
It's
has
been a
like really
while.
good deals.
Yeah.
Like I've been indoor rock climbing for less than $10 for like the whole day. That was worth it. And then like a lot of businesses they go on there try to get
Yeah,
people in, so they
that's
really
true.
do throw out deals.
I think too, it's just like I think the problem also is like when the weather is nice, like
Yeah.
till fall, like people don't really like look this kind of stuff up. Because it doesn't matter where you live, even if you live in a small town, that's the time when everybody goes out. That's when
Exactly, yeah.
everybody like socialize. But I feel like around like after Halloween, it's like dead. Nobody wants to go out. There's nothing happening.
Starts getting cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I get frustrated because I'm like, I still want to do things. I mean, I know it's cold, but like, is it inside? Because if it's inside, I'll go. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's outside, no, thank you.
Well, here's the thing. You're a New Yorker, so there's no weather, no rain, and no sunshine, no
There
nothing
really
that will
is.
stop you from going out.
Yeah, it really isn't. That is true. But like, I have been like a little bit spoiled. Because like, my husband in Uber does facilitate my habits. Like I don't necessarily have to like, because I don't drive. I really
Yeah.
do need to drive. It's been 13 years since I've driven. But like, it's just so convenient. Uber, like
It
second
is.
click on my
It really
phone.
is, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And for me, like when I drive, I get anxiety and panic attacks sometimes. I'm like, do I really have to? I'd be like, here's the keys. Can you drive?
Yeah. Well, I think also with like driving, even when I was driving,
Yeah.
because like my husband is scared for me to drive.
Yeah.
Because it's not about like me driving, it's about other people.
I know.
Because like I'm
Oh
not
my
even
Gosh, I know.
I'm not even like a control person.
Yeah.
Like I don't like my husband, says like I'm pretty lax and most of my friends
Yeah.
are like, yeah, you're pretty chill. But like it's always hard. It doesn't matter how controlling you are or not controlling you are. Things
Yeah.
that are out of control like out of your control is always hard.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
like knowing that like you're the best driver, because like my husband is like the best driver, we still got into an accident.
Yeah.
It's not his fault, it's like other people.
Yeah.
You know, and I think he's scared that like I will get into an accident not because it's my fault, it's
Yeah.
because of other people. Because you know, people speed, people like don't
Oh,
stop
I
on
know.
stop signs or even on red lights. You know, it's just
Yeah.
insane. And I'm just like, no offense, but like, where are you going? That's exciting. I mean, it's just Albuquerque. I mean, no offense, but you know what I mean. Like,
true.
I'm not saying that like Albuquerque is not fun.
Yeah.
Albuquerque is fun. Obviously, I live here, you know, and I do things here. But I'm saying is like, you know, you're not going to Disney World or something.
Yeah.
You know, you're not like, why are you like? And then it's always funny because like you're driving, and this guy just like literally cut off like a bazillion people, and then you're like in the same lane. Like
Yeah.
he's literally like 2 cars in front of you, and I'm like, what did you achieve? You know what I mean? Like,
You know, I wish they did have here. I wish they had like a monorail, or like those little train station things.
oh yeah, because like the light
Yeah.
rail, like they do in Denver.
Yeah, like
and
the
stuff.
light rail, because they do have it in Texas too, and they have it in Arizona, and they do have it in Vegas, but it's from like casino to casino.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You know,
I
it's
wish
some
they had
yeah.
that.
I feel like the transportation could be better. I think that's also one of my qualms
Yeah.
because like I live on the west side
Yeah,
and like it's not doable.
yeah,
Like for me to go from like the west side to the east side, I have to like walk to a stop that's technically 8 minutes. It's not
Yeah.
8 minutes. It's like a 20-minute walk.
yeah.
Because there's no subway like like
Dang.
sidewalk to get to it, so it's a
Yeah.
little bit dangerous too. Because that's
Yeah.
the closest. That's the closest bus stop I have for the west side.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, because I was talking about this to my Uber driver.
Yeah.
You know, there's like teenage kids, you know, in the west side or people that would like to have, you know, access to like public transportation on the west
exactly.
side. And also like, I think it's just really hard because like when you lived in a place where like public transportation is so accessible.
Inconvenient.
Yeah,
you
it's
get
like
used to it.
yeah, because like I lived in
Yeah.
New York and then I travel a pretty good amount. I'm from the Philippines,
Yeah.
you know, so like I go to Korea and Japan and Europe, you know, in even
Yeah.
New Zealand, where like, you know, I mean I know, like the government can only fund so many things.
Yeah.
You know, because like even my Uber driver was just like, oh yeah, now that they made the bus like free, like it's only like homeless people, and I'm just like, that's your qualms. You know what I mean? I'm from New York, where like subway cars will be just
Yeah.
filled with like homeless people. Just go to the next car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I don't care if like the bus is just homeless people
Yeah.
and me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I just feel like it should be accessible
Exactly.
to at least half of the population.
Yeah, I think that too. Like, I think that it should be more transit. I mean, it's nice that now they've made the buses like free. I don't know for how long they're gonna have that for, but that is nice. But I do wish that it was like very transit here because like when I first moved here, I was like, yeah, I don't know where to go.
Yeah. And it's also hard to transition if you've been to
Yeah.
a place where there is like public
Yeah,
transportation.
and you like
Becau-
know
yeah.
the city like that.
Yeah. And also like, I mean, we can always just like, you know, wish
Yeah.
and daydream about it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Because I don't doubt that like there's places where like they don't even have a bus. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But you know, it's just one of those things where like gas is expensive right now.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Cars are like a new car is like a luxury now.
I know.
You can't like I remember
Yeah.
we because we're looking for cars too. So like
Yeah.
I remember because we had to drive all the way to Santa Fe to look at this SUV.
Wow.
We saw like an SUV Escalade. It was like a year old already.
Yeah.
And it already had 6,000 miles. It was selling for like 120,000.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, I just feel like I said, it's just like public transportation is accessible.
Yeah.
People starts voting and like do public transportation because like I do see
Yeah.
like I think it's not just like I think it's also for like older people. You know, you
Yeah,
don't also you
true.
don't want them driving people. You know what I mean? Also people with disability.
Yeah, that's
and like I
true.
said, it's like kids and teenagers. You know,
Yeah.
the cute thing about New York is like you see these like little kindergarteners
Mm-hmm.
like in a huddle and they have like the little tiny metro cards and they would like try to swipe it and then they're too short to even swipe because they get like so like students in New York, they get a free metro card to take
Yeah.
the subways.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so like if you're a student, you get an unlimited.
Mm-hmm.
So like you see these little like tiny 5-year-olds trying to like swipe their card, but it's too high, so they just like go
Funny.
under the turnstile, you know. So they have an unlimited, and the cops are just like, well, obviously we're not gonna arrest you. You're 5, you know what I mean? So and like I said, it's just like, I just like. like I said, it's just like I think it's like one of
Yeah.
those pipe dreams kind of thing.
Yeah, talking about inflation. Inflation has just been crazy nowadays. Like even getting like a used car with like over 100,000 miles is still like close to 20 grand.
I know,
And
it's
it already
just-
has 100,000 miles.
I know, and it's just like my husband just told me, so like he has family that like
Yeah.
went to visit Denver. They're from Oklahoma. So like their engine blew out last time that
Oh,
they were
wow.
there. And then like they went there like 2 weeks ago. So like they get that car fixed,
Yeah.
right? And then like their transmission blew out.
Oh.
And then my husband is just like, you know, I'm all about like fixing your car and stuff, but this car wants to die, you know?
Dang.
But it's just one of those things, like I said, it's just like
Yeah.
you just can't buy like a new car right now.
I
even
know.
even like car shops, like to get like a appointment to get your car fixed
Yeah.
is like months
Wow.
months to like, because like when we had an accident, we had to get like our car like trying to get the bumper fixed or whatever. I mean, it ends up being totaled, but like it was like a 3-month wait.
Wow.
So
That's
like
crazy.
that's what I'm trying to say. It's just like it's not just like, because like you're talking about inflation, but like I was
Yeah.
like reading articles where like in India the tomatoes are like so expensive
Yeah.
right now that they they can't sell tomatoes.
Wow.
You know, and it's like I remember like because you're Filipino, I'm Filipino,
Yeah.
but like because my mom watches like those Filipino news stuff.
Yeah.
Where like I think like 4 or 5 months ago, where like the onion was so expensive that they were like I don't know if you saw the news. Like they were literally like there were like jokes about it. People would be like trading onions, like, oh, do you want a car? And they'll give them like a bag of onions, you know? So it's just be like
It's funny.
yeah, because like onion is like really a big staple
Yeah.
in Asian food. It's like it's in every
It is.
Asian
It
food.
really is.
So
Yeah.
like literally, it's just like a bunch of like videos, like TikTok Filipino videos of like people like bartering
funny.
onions, like 2 onions for like a camera.
So
you
why
know?
is it? Is it because like they haven't been able to grow as much onions, or the importing, or
I think it's a lot of different things. I
Yeah.
think like I know some people don't believe in climate change.
yeah?
You know, that's your predicament.
I believe in climate
Like
change.
even if you don't and if you do, I
Yeah.
feel like our weather right now is definitely like fluctuating.
Yeah, it's
Because
hot.
we were just in Denver like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And we were there for like a whole week and we experienced hail twice. I mean, don't get
Wow.
me wrong. I mean, it does snow till June in Colorado
Oh,
because
wow.
I've lived there before. But I feel like in 4th of July and it's hailing, that's like weird.
Yeah, that is really
You know
weird.
what I mean, even if
Yeah.
it is Denver, even if it's, I mean, it's not, it's not the South
Yeah.
or anything, but it's still. I feel like we're getting a lot more cold front, like because I've been
Yeah.
traveling a lot this year for like weddings and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people are like experiencing flight delays because of like
Yeah.
weather and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so like I think like there's a lot of that. And then, like, seeds are like with inflations, I mean, you can't have fruit and vegetables without seeds.
Yeah.
And I know, like, in TikTok, for a little bit, I saw, like, a couple of videos of, like, farmers complaining because, like, the seeds are, like, getting way expensive. Like, I remember this one farmer, he showed, like, his warehouse.
Yeah.
Like, he said he spent, like, 120,000 in seeds.
Wow.
Just
That's
on seeds.
crazy.
Yeah. And then on top of that, depending on where you live, the quality of the vegetable is not
Yeah.
passable. Like I heard like more than 30% of vegetables are actually thrown away because they don't meet like quality standard.
Oh wow.
So there's actually an app and a website called Misfits where you can buy vegetables
I
and
heard
fruit.
about that.
Like in like discounted because
Yeah.
they're like misshapen, but they're still perfect and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like I wanted to try it, but we do have a garden and like
Oh, that's
I have to
better.
give you some tomatoes and zucchinis because we do have some
Ooh.
and maybe eggplant. I hope I have eggplant.
Make turon.
Tortantalo, yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Tortantalo.
dun. No, I can't say it.
Yeah. So like I think like I know like people talk about like inflation doesn't exist, blah 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 blah, and like it does, and like I think like the supply issues and then the train
Yeah.
accidents,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff is like also like, and like, I think like there's also like shortage in labor, right?
Yeah.
So I think like there's shortage in like truck drivers. So because it's a hard job.
Yeah, that is a tough gig for sure.
Yeah. Because like people are just like, well, you just drive like 8 hours. I'm like, oh, first of all, you're driving through like mountains, and like there's
Yeah.
certain roads you can't take because like the truck is
Yeah.
too big. You know, people don't think about that kind of stuff. Because like I remember like I have a friend who's like a truck driver, and they're like they have their own different Google Maps thing or
Yeah.
whatever, so it tells them like what roads to take and stuff because they have a height requirement.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're like a little Honda Toyota trying to go into
Yeah.
the bridge, you know what I mean? And you're also going like across the country from
Yeah.
like literally from east to the west coast, literally from like Florida to like California, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like labor shortage and all that stuff, and also corporations. I mean, we can talk about that
Yeah.
for forever. I mean, there's already this like writer strikes, like after strike,
Yeah.
that kind of thing for like labor shortage and stuff. But I think it's definitely like a lot of things are happening right now.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
excited. We're excited for the Barbie movie to come out soon.
I know,
So
I know, yeah.
we're definitely excited for that. And the crazy thing, so my sister went to the movies like a few weeks ago, and she happened to be at the same theater that whole shooting happened, like which was crazy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I heard about that.
The same movie theater. So like she was literally probably like in the next theater over, and she didn't even know what was going on. Like they told her like when she went to go to the concessions, like yeah, you better leave. There's something going on, and like the crazy thing is, so I guess it was like a young teenager that got in an argument with this couple over seats at the theater. And one thing led to another, and that person ended up losing his life over it. And this is like the second time now, like an incident has happened at the movie theaters, though, which is crazy.
Well, the thing is, like, another thing that we can talk about for forever, because, like, for anybody that actually does not live in the United States,
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys are very aware. We have a lot of, like, mass shootings.
Yeah.
Like, I have heard a statistic that, like, the highest children fatality in the United States
Yeah.
is mass shooting.
Wow. That is crazy. Yeah, so
Not heart attacks, not diabetes, not accidents, not fire,
Yeah.
not drowning, mass shootings.
exactly. Like, you know what? When it comes to arguments with people, I tell people just let it go. Like, just, like, don't even argue with the person back,
Yeah.
Like, because you just never know if they
Yeah.
get triggered or something happens. Like, over those seats, like, I know the couple was probably not thinking that it was going to happen the way it happened.
Yeah.
If they would have just been like, you know what, left the whole theater or just left, I don't like to start arguments, so I'm not losing my life over it. No,
No.
that's
It's
too
just
much.
like so insane. Because like I said, like we can talk about like the reasons why there's a
Yeah.
lot of mass shootings, and like we can make like 7 different episodes
Yeah,
about it.
it's
You know what I mean? It's been
crazy.
talked about, it's been debated about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things, but like I know like because my husband is like very very
Mm-hmm.
scared about like rage driving.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because people has
Yeah.
also like people followed you home.
yeah, crazy
You know?
stuff.
Yeah, because like now he's
Yeah.
all like, because he's already a warrior, but like he gets
Yeah.
freaked out when like he feels like another car's like
Yeah.
following. He's like, is this the guy that like went behind me in like a traffic, the red
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
traffic sign or whatever? It's just like, I just feel like it's such a dumb way to die,
I know it really is.
and also to go to jail. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, why are you in
honestly.
here for? Oh, I shoot a couple because
over
they took
some
my seat.
seats, like over some movie theater seats.
Yeah.
I'm like, is one thing enough? We've already been quarantined, and now we're like trying to go out and go do things, and then we go do things, and it's not, if it's not COVID, it's something else. Like,
It's just like I don't know, because like I feel like the old grandma and we're just like times now were like so chaotic,
Yeah.
and it's just I don't think it is. It's just like we have more, what's the word that I'm looking for? We have more accessibility,
yeah,
right? For like that's happening because like we're so connected with like social media
Yeah, so
and the
true.
news. So like we're not just like getting our stuff in the news. We get like our stuff from like our friends sharing it, in algorithm.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like it seems like it's crazier now, but that's because like it's out there
yeah,
more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's what it is too. It's like the information is so accessible. So
Yeah.
it feels like, oh, like people are killing everybody.
Yeah.
And it's just like, people have been killing everybody
Yeah,
since
they've
like the
been doing
beginning.
that.
I mean, look at the Bible.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? Like Abel and Cain, right?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? So like,
jealousy.
it doesn't matter if it was like a knife
Yeah.
or, I mean, obviously a gun is a lot more lethal, especially the guns that we
Yeah.
have now.
I'm really considering keeping a flashlight. I keep my pepper spray and whatever,
Yeah.
a stun gun or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because the thing with the movie theaters, it's a beautiful night, like outing, you know, go to movie theaters. But like it's so dark in there that, you know, like you don't ever think about it, you know.
Yeah.
So I just recommend keeping a flashlight. You
Yeah.
know, making sure you know of the exits,
Yeah.
like
No, that's what I
being
do
near
too.
the exits
Yeah.
and stuff.
Well, I'm kind of like, no, this is how to say, but like I'm kind of like the mom tita, which is,
Yeah.
you know what tita is, but like I'm the mom auntie of like my friends' kids, like especially like my sister.
Yeah.
Like I would die for those two little boys.
Yeah.
They're not even mine. There's my sister kids. You know, I
No.
will give them both my kidneys. I have to have one kidney, but like, you know, and my goddaughters.
Yeah.
So like when I'm visiting, you know, like, you know, I keep, you know, I'm with them as if like they're my own kids.
Yeah.
Like I protect them as if my own. Like
Yeah.
I remember like they were having a sleepover and we had a fire in the apartment, and literally like, you know, I got my stuff figured out and my
Yeah.
husband's just like, you know, like, what's up? And I'm just like, get up, there's a fire. The kids are already at the door. We gotta go. We can't leave you here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think like I'm always just like really careful now with that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, because you really don't know. Like I used to like love sitting like, you know, like the premium seat, like
Yeah.
you're supposed to be like in a movie theater, you sit like in the
Yeah.
middle in that row.
Uh-huh.
But like I find myself now getting seats at the end.
Yeah.
So like if something happens, I can run down to the
Exactly.
exit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like in a way it's like a sad reality.
But you know, it's less interruptions when you have to go to the bathroom. You know,
It really
you're not
is.
over there
Yeah.
like.
But I hate aisle seats too also, because then like you have to get up
Yeah.
every time somebody gets like to the bathroom or the popcorn or the drink.
I know.
I mean,
right?
like I said, and it's like no offense, but like if it's like a movie that's like pretty popular, like Avengers, or like it's like kid friendly
Yeah.
also. I mean, I love kids also, you know, because
Yeah.
like obviously I'm with my nephews, but like, you know, they go to the bathroom more, they
Yeah.
snack a lot more, so like I have to get up like, you know, every 15 minutes
Yeah.
because you know they gotta pee. So, but like, you know, it's like I used to like sit like in the middle. Like
Yeah.
if I don't get the middle seats, like we'll go to like a later or after.
Yeah.
But like I said, now I'm finding myself like
Yeah.
booking more seats at the end. But it's just like it's kind of sad.
Yeah. I don't know if you ever did this back in the day, but like I used to go to like the flea markets, and they used to sell like those bootleg movies.
Yeah.
They'll have like the camcorder recording the
Yeah.
movie the whole time.
No, it's just like because like I also live in New York, so like you go to Chinatown and they have like
Yeah.
the DVDs and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is like my family and friends, like you get to like go to this like website that's
Yeah.
like on for like 2 weeks. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
It's like
about.
your friends tell you like to go to this website and then
Yeah.
you log in and it's like it's not even active anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say who it is, but like a person close to me, just in case
Yeah.
FBI is watching this video,
Yeah.
you know. But like this person
Yeah.
has like a website app thing.
Yeah.
We watch Sisu, which is like the John Wick of Finnish.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
country Finnish. So
Yeah.
it's about this guy that we're exacting revenge.
Yeah.
It's from the producer and writer of like John Wick.
Okay.
But it's called Sisu. And it's the
Huh.
same thing. Like he's like killing
Yeah.
people left and right and it's by
Yeah.
himself. But like it was like such amazing quality.
Yeah. Oh wow.
I thought, yeah, exactly. Honestly, I thought it wasn't an app. Like we were literally
Oh,
doing the
what?
screen sharing on his phone.
Wow. That's
Like it was such a great, it was so crisp,
Wow.
so good that I literally thought to myself, I'm just like, oh, I downloaded this movie. And I'm like, no, I did not. I did not purchase this movie. I pirated this movie with this other person,
yeah.
that like found this app.
Yeah.
Like it's like such good quality that like I couldn't even, because like us growing
Yeah.
up with like, kids now don't understand this. It's
Yeah,
like,
they don't understand.
You see like the shadows of the person
Yeah.
in the front with like 5 people walking in the
Yeah,
screen,
exactly. And they
you
don't
know?
understand when they get renamed so they don't
Yeah.
get in trouble. Instead of Hunger Games, it would be
It'd be
Starving
Starving,
Games.
yeah.
And like you take it home, you're like, Okay, like I don't know if this is the movie or not.
Yeah. So, but now we're gonna segue to our favorite segment. Are you the a-hole? So, the title is "Am I the a-hole for telling my wife's family our secret?" Ooh, already spicy. I, 28 male, have been with my wife, Rebecca, 29 female, for 4 years. Rebecca comes from a very religious family, and we have hidden a lot of aspects about our marriage. I feel like that's already like a red flag because she
Yeah.
already says you hide a lot of stuff. Okay. We have some contact with them and only see them on holidays and special occasions like weddings or baby showers. One of the biggest things they disapprove of was not having our wedding in a church. It was such a big deal that we now hide aspects of our marriage, like the fact that we are going to be child free. One thing the family does not know about is that Rebecca and I have an open marriage and have had an open relationship ever since we started dating. So I was meeting up with another girl at a bar a few days ago. It was going well, and I didn't notice anything strange. Well, today we went to Rebecca's sister's baby shower. The large baby shower was canceled since the plague, so it was dinner with her family. We get there, and everyone is glaring daggers at me. The whole thing is tense until we get to a slideshow on her sister showing up pictures of the nursery and other baby stuff. In the slideshow, there was a picture of me with the girl at the bar.
Oh dang!
It wasn't an innocent picture, and looking at it, everyone would think I was cheating.
Oh my gosh.
The whole family starts yelling at me and calling me a cheater and how dare I do this to Rebecca. I look at Rebecca for help, but nothing is working. So I just yelled out, Rebecca and I have an open marriage. This causes everyone to start freaking out even more, and
Dang.
we quickly leave. I'm in the car with Rebecca, and she starts to yell at me about how I could tell her family that I completely betrayed her trust, and this is probably going to ruin her relationship with the family. I'm angry now and say, so what, you would rather make me out to be a cheater than tell the truth? The argument continues for the rest of the car ride, and she won't talk to me anymore. I am sleeping on the couch. But
Dang.
there's so many red flags on both.
So many. Like I can already tell she didn't want the open marriage.
I think she does.
Well, she would have defended him in that moment, you know.
No, you can't.
Well, you can. I mean,
Okay.
it's already out, you know.
No, but this is the thing. Is like we are both
Yeah.
Filipinos.
Yeah.
But I'm from like, because I know I'm gonna put
Yeah.
this like I'm from the Philippines,
Yeah.
Filipino kind of thing, because like American Filipinos are also different from like Philippines
Yeah.
Filipino.
Yeah.
I mean, there is like a obviously like culture is always gonna transcend
Yeah.
on those things like. You
Do
know,
what you
Asian
say.
tiger mom,
Yeah.
you know, strict blah blah blah, religious blah blah blah, that kind of thing. But like I have a very rocky relationship with my parents because I'm very, very independent. I mean, I've always
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
been independent in the Philippines, but
Yeah.
you know, since I was living there, I tried to like just push everything down. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Trying to be like the perfect Asian child. You know?
Yeah.
But then as I grew up here and realizing that I can actually be my own person,
Yeah.
right? You
And
know,
break
not,
out of your
like-
shell.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't have to go to church every weekend,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. You know, like it's hard because like the thing about like this Reddit's "Am I the a-hole" thing
Mm-hmm.
is like when you put family in equation, it always gets complicated.
I know.
Because it's easy to just say, it's just like, cut them off, you know? And which
No.
I have
Yeah.
cut like some family off out of like respect for myself
Yeah.
and, you know, my sanity. But there are some people that like, I can't cut off.
Yeah.
Like my sister, I love my sister. But she says things that like kind of annoying sometimes. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah.
I forgive her more than she deserves, kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know, because like if that was a friend of yours or a stranger, you wouldn't even put up, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
There's
so
like
li-
that line.
Yeah. So like you're more forgiving,
Yeah.
or like you make excuses for them. You know, like
Yeah.
oh, you know,
It's
you know,
okay.
she's like, yeah, she's
She's
always
having a
been-
bad day.
Yeah, she's always been like that. You know, that's always been her. Like you know,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing. So like I think anything with like a family, like it's really hard because like I think everybody wants to be open with their family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because even with my husband, like his family is like a lot more conservative.
Yeah.
So like it's not that we hide things from them. It's just that sometimes we don't tell them right away.
Yeah.
We kind of have like a little bit of a cushion.
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes like it's not a bad thing because they're very religious. Like, I think it doesn't have to be like a Christian thing because like people want to like give you advice.
Yeah.
But then at the moment, it's not the advice that you either ask, right? You didn't ask him for any advice, or the advice is like totally useless. You know what I mean? Like, why are you even giving me this advice?
Yeah.
It doesn't even like, I know like you're trying to comfort me, but the way you're comforting me is not comforting,
Yeah.
right? And it's not their fault because like that's how they comfort. You know, that's the way they want to be comfort.
Yeah.
But like at the moment, you would rather like them not to say anything than say something because then it just like adds to the thing. Like when we had a miscarriage, you know, they were telling us like other stories about people that had them, but those people also had children. So to us, like we're thinking of it like we're in a world, like we're
It's
in
a
a
case
place.
by case.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
different.
case by case, and we're in a place of hurt right now.
Yeah.
Right? I get that you're trying to comfort me, but like those people, like I get it, they had a miscarriage, but they still have children.
Yeah.
We don't have children.
Yeah, to
We
focus
lost that
on.
opportunity to have a child.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, you're just throwing it in my face. I know it's not intentional.
Yeah, I
Right?
don't like. Yeah, I get what you're saying because, like, okay, from like an Asian cultural or they
Because they said it's
and
religious.
religious,
Yeah.
they praise like, oh yeah, like children are like the ultimate gift, right? They praise that, and if that is something that like they want for the generation. But it's crazy because honestly, we're in that generation. It's like it really doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter what timing. There's a lot of women that like even my aunt has had a baby at like 40.
Yeah.
And that baby was perfectly fine, And there's some people that save their eggs because they don't want their baby until way later in life.
Save your eggs, people. Like that's something that like I wish I'd known when I was young, because like it's not just like patriarchy or careers and stuff. Like I've always wanted children, but like things happen, life happens, right? I was like traveling and pursuing different things. And then, like it's different. I mean, it's just different for women and men. Like men can have children till like they're 99,
But even though it's by the doctor's statistics, I definitely believe that for women, we can actually really have children till like up to the age of 60 if we want to.
I mean,
I've seen women.
I've seen some, exactly. But like I think, like I said, it's like I think also like when it comes to family, it is really hard.
Yeah.
And it's also like when you're married, it's really hard because like even
it's that pressure that they give you. Yeah, I know. What
it's not just like I'm not saying that it's just for married people, even people that are dating. Because like think about it, like with me and my husband, like sometimes so we went to Denver.
Yeah.
And then of course I love thrift stores, so I love thrifting. My husband hates old furniture.
Yeah.
But he's cheap as hell. So, like, you can't be cheap and want new things. Because, like, that doesn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know
it's
what
like,
you mean.
It doesn't
It's either you
go
gotta
together.
fix it and make it look
exactly.
new.
So, like, I saw these, like, those little cute chairs that, like, you sit that has, like, the curved thing on the side. Like, those old style thing. I saw one for, like, $14.
Yeah.
It needs to be
Oh,
reupholstered.
nice.
But his dad is kind of like a DIY person.
Yeah. That's cool.
Because like his parents were like carpenters and stuff.
Yeah.
So he knows how to like upholster this little chair because he does it for like his neighbors and his church people or whatever. So I asked my husband to ask his dad if he would reupholster it for me because there was that stain, which I didn't mind because I'm like, if I sit on it, you can't see it. But it bugs my husband, and it was like it was a good way of like getting. Because like even though it's an old furniture, it's reupholstered, so it's technically something is new.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like new thing and an old thing in a way.
Yeah.
So like I told him that like, can you ask your dad for me if he would reupholstered it? Because like if he can't, then I won't buy it.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah. So like could I have asked his dad? Yes. But it's better for him to ask his dad.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like you have
Yeah.
to cushion it and like put it in a. It's the messenger and the message at the same thing.
Like,
But
going, going back to that topic though, there wasn't really a cushion there. It was kind of like aired out in like pictures,
And it's hard because like that's the thing too. Like they both have a point because she has a point of like she's not ready to tell her family, but he also has a point. I'm like, I don't want to look like I'm a cheater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because like
Nobody wants to live
it's
that way.
really hard. Like relationships are hard, marriages are hard.
Yeah.
You know, because like, I mean, neither one of them
Yeah.
are in a position. They both have red flags, obviously.
Exactly.
But I think like they definitely need to communicate. I think like, and also like that's the thing is like once it's out, that's it. You can't just be like, oh no, it was an accident. We don't have an open marriage. I just said
See,
it out of.
that's like it's different from American and like from Filipinos, right? Like when you get married, you can't get divorced in the Philippines, you know.
Yeah.
You just stick it through whether you communicate or you don't communicate or if you sleep in separate beds. Like in America, we're very, very open. I mean,
Yeah.
and for like a lot of relationships, actually become pretty normal for people to have open relationships
Yeah.
nowadays.
No, and I think like also like this is what I tell people
Yeah.
that like I mean let's just be honest is that
Yeah.
relationships are hard because sometimes it's not intentional. That person becomes our whole world.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of responsibility for
Yeah.
a person because I have told that to my husband like I can't be your universe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's harder for men because like women were more social. Even when women are introverted, we have more access to friends and like family and communication and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And like with my husband being introverted, you know, he feels like such a burden because like I'm everything. I'm his therapist, I'm his friend, I'm his best friend, I'm his buddy. You know what I mean? With him, it's not the same. You know, I find other people to like
Yeah.
fill that because I'm a very extroverted person
Yeah.
to fill those spaces. Like if he doesn't want to go out, I'll mass text everybody, and
Yeah.
hopefully one of them would say yes, I will go out with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you never know, and I think that's
Yeah.
why like because you're in a relationship, it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be marriage.
Yeah.
And I think it's also hard to bridge like you know your older parents that are traditional,
That's true.
you know, and you being like you know your own person now. Like I can see why people would be more open to like open marriage. I mean, why not? How fun it is
Yeah.
to like flirt with other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always that rush, that you know,
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my husband, but we're never gonna be like that exciting when you're like, are we gonna hold hands? Are we not gonna hold hands? Did I touch his hand? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just like,
exactly.
you know, it's just gonna be our first kiss. Is he gonna kiss me? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
those
the
things, like, is he
excitement,
leaning
yeah.
in because he's gonna try to kiss me, or
Yeah.
like what is happening? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is the kiss gonna be good? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like you will never get that back because it happened already. It's
Yeah, like
past.
you know it already.
Yeah.
You know the feeling, you know everything.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not saying that you don't get excitement when you're married
Yeah.
in a relationship. You
Yeah.
do because, like, you know, me and my husband travel. We do
Yeah.
like
So the
activities.
exciting things.
Yeah, we do like find different excitement for us that works for us. You know what I mean? But family is complicated.
Yeah,
Relationships are
you know, I
complicated.
mean, I can respect it. It's their choice if they wanted to open marriage or not. It just didn't happen the way they wanted to tell their family, you know.
It's hard when your sister, like, you know, caught you in the act
Yeah.
and, like, put the slideshow with your family in her baby shower.
Crazy.
You know, how embarrassing to have,
I mean,
like...
for her, she's probably thinking like, I'm gonna save my sister from this cheating ass,
Yeah, exactly.
cheating person.
Because they're like... But it's also hard to, like,
Yeah.
not be able to tell your family who you are.
Yeah, exactly.
know
That
what
is
I mean?
true, you know. And, you know, for her to be in that moment, she probably was so in shock that she didn't know what to say. And then she was probably already angry, like,
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah. I think it's just like... I feel like when that happened, they should have went to the bathroom and they should have been like, hey, you have to take the fall this time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's
if-
true.
You know what I mean? Like, you know,
You know-
excuse me, you know, bathroom time.
The
go to
huddle.
bathroom. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, the huddle and be like, excuse me. And I'll be like, hey, listen, you're going to take the fall this time.
Yeah.
I will take the fall next time. What is your, like, you know what I mean? What are your terms? You know what
That
I mean?
is so true.
You know what I mean? Because the thing is just like, it's never going to be 100% in a relationship. Sometimes you're going to have to put more. Sometimes they're going to have to put more.
true.
And then this time, somebody has, you know, sometimes my husband has to take the fall. Sometimes sometimes I have to do that thing where like my husband gives me the look and he wants to leave and I have to pretend like I want to go.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't want to go, I could tell like, because he's introverted,
Yeah.
he's draining out of this.
Yeah.
It's an hour long than it should be already. And he gives me that look, and I gotta be like, "Oh, you guys, I'm tired.
See,
Am I
they
tired?
didn't
No,
practice.
I'm not tired. Okay, I want to stay here for forever, but my husband is tired, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna like take the fall
Yeah.
because you know it's better.
That's true.
You know what I mean? So I think like they need to figure out something.
They need signals.
Yeah.
You know, like either the eye wink signals to go huddle
Yeah.
and or be like, going to somewhere, bathroom, wherever, they should have huddled.
Yeah, huddle's important.
You know,
or do a signal where like, you know what I mean? We're like bathroom.
yeah, because
like a signal
you know
for bathroom.
what? If they left,
Uh-huh.
everything just got 10 times worse.
Yeah.
Because now
Now
they
it's just
have
awkward.
they have drama. Yeah. See, if they would have huddled, maybe try to calm the situation down.
Maybe it's a
just
new
little
relationship.
bit,
No, it did
you
it for
know?
4 years, so.
I mean, 4 years, that's enough to know if somebody be like signals and everything.
Yeah.
I have my own secret signals.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't doubt it. Like I have my own signal with like my siblings.
Yeah.
And then I have like like me and my sister have
Yeah.
our own language.
Yeah.
Where like we'll be like, oh, you know that thing with the thing, and my husband's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? You know what I mean? Like you literally said thing like 8 times.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, but my sister knows what I'm talking about. And then vice versa. You know, and it's the same thing with my husband. Like we have like our signal when we're like,
Yeah.
okay, gotta go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because, you know, by the end of the day, like for me, I don't really care what people do, if they want to be open or not, you know.
It's
'Cause
their life.
It's their relationship, you know. If they're staying together and that keeps them stronger, or if they end up separating on their terms, that's their life, you know. But, you know, if you get around traditionalists, you know,
yeah.
that is like, you're done for.
It's really hard because like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're all just living our life.
Yeah.
Who gives a crap if I want to dress up like an octopus every day?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Am I hurting anyone? No. I mean, is it gonna take space in the car? Probably, or in the bus. You know what I mean? But like, I just feel
Yeah.
like we just need to be more forgiving.
Exactly.
We're all just living our life, trying to figure out every
Yeah.
day and work and pay our bills. Like, who gives a crap? If you, as long as
Yeah.
you're not serious, I think like my standard is as long as you're not like a serial killer. You
I know some crazy
I think I'm okay.
shit.
You're okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's fine with me. So, but what do you guys think? Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's just like I like I said, it's like I like drama from afar. I don't
Yeah.
like it in my personal life.
Exactly. What do you guys think? Like,
What do you
are
guys think? What
uh,
is your opinion? But this is our episode for In Hindsight this week, and me and Barbie Raya will see you guys next week. Bye.